This is Avi Myers, host of a Sunny Hirsch election special, where we didn't have enough room on the regular show to show you all the worthwhile guests. We wanted you to meet particularly judicial candidates. We've interviewed over 40 judicial candidates this season. And go to our website at ntnm.org to see all the different interviews, and they're available on YouTube, and the schedule for shows that will be on the various cable systems in Chicago and in about 3 dozen or more north and northwest suburbs. It is a pleasure to introduce you to a candidate for judge of the 12th Subcircuit. That's a very happening area, as there's 4 different races in the 12th Subcircuit. I'd like to introduce you to Louis Apostol. How are you?
Hi, Abby. How are you? Thanks for having me today.
Good. Is it Louis or Louis?
Louis.
Louis. I
Yes.
know. I'm sorry.
Some people call me Louis, but it's Louis.
I knew it was Louis.
Yeah.
No, you're a judge. You've got to be Louis is more appropriate. Where is the 12th Subcircuit?
Well, the 12th Subcircuit starts in Kenilworth and goes down through Wilmette, Winnetka, into Northfield, Northbrook, Glenview. It goes into Mount Prospect, Arlington Heights, Maine Township, Elk Grove Township, New Church Township, and Northfield Township. Pretty big expanse.
It's a pretty big area. It's also one of my growing areas of circulation, and a lot of people in the Jewish community. There's more synagogues than ever. There's more delis than ever.
Yes.
So no, that's one of my places of major. I'm glad there's 4 races because it's, I got a chance to really test my circulation skills this time. Why don't you tell us about your educational background?
Okay. I went to Chicago Public Schools. From there, I went to Elmhurst College. I got a bachelor's in business administration. Then I went to the Graduate School of Business at NIU University. Then I went to NIU Law School on a scholarship. Before I became a lawyer, I was a Chicago public school teacher.
Oh.
And then I went to Arlington Heights and became an administrator in their school system. Then I became the director of business at Oakton Community College. I became a lawyer, and I worked for numerous firms as a partner, mostly medium and large-sized firms. I handle civil and criminal litigation. I handle a lot of corporations. I managed over 20 corporations, their legal work. I was like the general counsel. And I've done practically anything you could think of related to corporate work. In addition to that, what I've done is I was appointed public administrator of Cook County for 12 years, and I handled 2,500 cases for the county.
Wow.
And from there, I became a judge on the Illinois Court of Claims. And I was a judge for 5 years. And then they asked me to move over to the Property Tax Appeal Board because the executive director left, and they asked me to take over the position because of my administrative background. And I've been there for about 7 years. And we handle all property tax appeals for all 102 counties in Illinois.
Wow.
And needless to say, we have a lot of work. There's a lot of folks that have gotten...
I appeal mine every time.
Yes, it's a good idea. You get a pretty good shake at the Property Tax Appeal Board. I think 40% of the cases that come to us result in some kind of a reduction.
Yeah, I've had my tax reduced over 10% in the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. And what I do there is, I have 15 administrative law judges that I supervise. And they handle all these trials. We have residential cases, we have commercial, we have industrial cases, and farm properties too. But some of our industrial properties are huge buildings, huge complexes throughout the state of Illinois. And many of the multi-purpose buildings downtown in Chicago, where the taxes are in the millions of dollars every year.
Well, even in the 12th Subcircuit, you've got some very large buildings, and you've even got a farm or two.
We do. Wagner Farm.
Yeah.
I know. In fact, I was a church attorney for a while, and I went to see Farmer Wagner to talk about buying the 2 acres to the north.
Oh.
And he sat me down, he poured me some cider,
Yeah.
and he says, let's talk about it. And I said, well, we'd like to purchase the property. And he tells me, he says, well, the Catholic Church is getting all the property. However, I will give you the first right to buy the property. So when he passed away, the Catholic Church, I met with the general counsel there, and he said that you could buy the property. It's not going to be cheap, though. It's expensive. So we bought the property. Long story short, we sold it to the Park District. We have an agreement with them. We park our cars there, and they get to use it whenever they need to, have people come to the farm. It's a beautiful farm. It's a wonderful farm for children, really.
I like farms. I'm a big, I was talking about the vegetable garden.
Yes.
Basically, I don't think I could handle 160 acres, but, a few acres would be nice. So people don't understand that um, there are limits to there are definite limits to what you can do. When you're campaigning, you can't promise people things. You can't talk about open cases.
Correct.
So it is limited from that standpoint. Where do you see your support coming from this election?
My support is coming from multi-parties. I've been endorsed by all the township committeemen and slated.
So
by the
you are
county.
the official slated
Yes.
candidate in your race?
Yes, that's correct.
And that's well.
Right.
I thought so. I just wanted to make
Yes.
sure you said that on the air.
Yeah, we submitted our credentials to the committeemen, and they voted, and I had a unanimous support from the committeemen, which is unusual, but I was happy to get it.
It's very unusual.
Yes.
You have no idea. Well, you do have an idea.
Yes.
So no, that's good. That definitely helps out quite a bit in the. Do you know how many people usually vote in the 12th Subcircuit?
I'm not quite sure, 12,000 on the Democratic side.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. And in any event, if you establish, by the way, I really like your signs. The signs are very attractive.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, and you were telling me the Greek, through the Greek Restaurant Association, you offered signs to 140 restaurants, and 135 of them took it?
Yes. Only 5 said no for political purposes.
Yeah, some people just don't want a sign, period.
Exactly. Exactly. So the committeemen go out to these restaurants, and they say, every time I go to a restaurant, I see your picture there. And I said, well, it's very effective. But the Greek American Restaurant Association, they have, I think, 2,400 members in the Chicago, Cook County area. They've been very, very helpful to my campaign.
I know Jewish delis that are owned strictly by Greek people.
Yes. I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, for a while. In any event, we're running out of time here. Do you have a website?
I do. It's Committee to Elect Louis Apostol Judge.
Committee to elect Louis Apostol Judge. And any social media or anything like that?
I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
And we're starting Twitter.
Oh, very good.
Yes. But my number is 241.
Yeah.
You could punch 241. I'd appreciate
That's
that.
important.
Yes. And I have a support from many, many groups and a lot of endorsements. I'm very pleased that people have supported my campaign. And I hope the listeners out there will support my campaign as well.
I want to wish you all the luck in the world in the coming election. Louis
Thank you, Abby.
Apostol, running for Judge 12th Subcircuit. I'll punch 241.